So, this guy's got a bit of a story. I've been very lucky over the last 4 years or so to tour around this country and play my music for people. And every single place I've gone, I have to say I've met really great Canadians and just absolutely wonderful people. This song is not about any of those people. As well as the great Canadians that I've met, I have also met a few people along the way who maybe didn't quite get what being a Newfoundlander was all about, or what being from Newfoundland was all about, if you know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, let me give you a couple of quick examples, and I think you'll understand. I was in St. John, New Brunswick, probably about 4 years ago. Not as cool as us, we have the apostrophe S. And there was a lady there. It was actually a show not unlike tonight's. It was very, very attentive, wonderful crowd, and I was in that moment of tuning between songs. People had just finished clapping, and it was just quiet. And out of the darkness and the quiet, this lady shouts out, "Ian, you have the most wonderful voice." And I said, "Wow, thanks." And she immediately followed that with, "I was expecting some toothless Newfie singing eyes that buys that builds the buys. But you're awesome." And my first thought was, it's eyes that buys that builds the boats, you idiot. You can't build other buys. That would be cloning. Buys are people. We don't clone. I was in Montreal a few weeks later. There was a man who came up after the show, bought a CD, he liked the show. Talked to me about my guitar pedals. As you can tell, I use a couple of effects and stuff, so he asked me about those. And we chatted for about 10 minutes or so, very pleasantly, until he said, "So, you're from Newfoundland, eh? Bet you got the hell out of there as fast as you could." I said, no, still, love it there, live there, tour out of there 6 months, try to passive aggressive a little at first, see what happens. And then he said, "Really? I can't imagine living there." I said, "Have you ever been?" He said, "No." "But do you ride polar bears there, don't you? Isn't that true?" That's all right. And when people say, you ride polar bears, I always say yes. Because it sounds like fun, don't you think? Right? Just mess with them. Why not? That's just the strap thing. Wouldn't it be amazing if we rode polar bears? Seriously. People steal your car, they never steal your polar bear. Think about it. This is true. Just give them a Coca-Cola Classic, right? That's how it works. Anyway, so as I traveled around, I collected a few more of these stories. It was like I was the saddest folklorist ever around Canada that year. It was just going around collecting sad things people say about Newfoundland. So I collected enough that I felt I had to respond. And of course, the only way I know how is in song. And so I wrote this song. It's called "An Open Letter from the Island." And every verse of this song is a direct response to something that someone said along the way. Sometimes funny, sometimes maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, here it is. I'm gonna tell you a few things you may find hard to believe. I grew up with running water and access to TV. And I've never fished from a fishing boat, although I love the sea. Just a couple of things that you should know about me. I don't play the fiddle, I don't drink every day. These are all my original teeth, and I pay my own way. That's for the lady in St. John again. So don't ask me for an Irish song, cause they've all been overplayed. It's not the music I come from anyway. This island's in my blood, I'm its biggest fan. But it's a private love that so few understand. And I'm not what you expected, since you didn't expect very much. So I'm just here to put you and reality back in touch. I have to ask this. Good. Okay, so I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia. And I'm playing this show, and I don't know a single soul there, and I say that. And this lady comes up on the break and she says, would you like to sit down with me and my husband and have dinner during your break, you know? We're enjoying it, all that stuff, you know. I say, sure, that'd be great. So I sit down and we chat. And we chat very pleasantly, again for about 10 minutes, because 10 minutes is apparently the marker of when they just go, all right, we've lulled Ian into a sense of security. Let's let him have it. And so, out of nowhere at all, she just says, you know, I gotta tell you, I love Newfies. They're like the retarded cousins of Canada. Oh. How do you think I felt? I was there. So I had to tell her I got a university education. I probably read more than you. It's funny you think we're backward. It's such a backward sort of view. But that we all just mess around. We were probably making fun of you. Just a couple more things I hate to tell you are true. Alright, one more story. I swear this song is going to be 45 minutes in one day, unfortunately. I was in Perth, Ontario, just this past fall. This is a new story for me. And Perth is actually, I think Perth is a great town if they'll just kick this one guy out. Seriously. He came up on the break and he said, you know, I gotta ask you a rude question. And I thought, why would you ask it if you already knew it was rude? Anyway, he said, where's your accent? And it's like, okay, alright, that's cool, you know, it's a popular question, right? I mean, you know, my dad grew up here in the Annapolis Valley. I spent a lot of time, you know, my dad, you know, has a farm just outside of Greenwood there. And, you know, I spent a lot of time coming here. And as an adult, of course, from playing shows, I mean, I know there's a million accents in Nova Scotia. You know, people in New Glasgow sound different than people in the Valley and Cape Breton and so on and so forth. But, and Newfoundland's totally the same. Obviously, we have a French shore in Newfoundland. You know, the Irish came, English came, you know, colonization. Who knew? It happened everywhere. And so, you know, I sort of started to say something about this to him. But I only got 8 words in anyway, because he stopped me. So, I think, wait. When you just said that then, I think I could sort of hear it a little bit now. And I just stopped and went, you know what? I got a song to dedicate to you next segment. People ask me, where's your accent? And I try to be polite. Even when they can't pronounce Newfoundland right. And this is an important one for us. I don't know if you know this, but on Canada Day, it's a Memorial Day in Newfoundland, because on Canada Day, in Beaumont, Hamel, almost an entire generation of Newfoundlanders was wiped out in the course of a few hours. And on Canada Day, when you celebrate, we mourn those who died selflessly at Beaumont, Hamel, so we can all live in this land of the free. This island's in my blood, I'm its biggest fan, but it's a private love that so few understand. And I'm not what you expected, since you didn't expect very much. So I'm just here to put you at reality back in touch. Well, we were all born orphans here. We were all born without love. And so we learned how to love ourselves, and we learned how to rise above. So don't take this as patriotism or the words of a bitter man. I just know who I am. This island's in my blood, I'm its biggest fan.